Trump administration ramps up its efforts to deport and detain migrants nationwide. Here's how one city is fighting back. On Thursday, New York City Council members voted unanimously to empower its speaker to sue Mayor Eric Adams and the Trump administration after the mayor's office signed a controversial executive order allowing Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, to reestablish offices on Rikers Island. ICE hasn't operated on Rikers in over a decade after a 2014 law barred the agency from holding office space there. The city's first deputy mayor claims that law isn't being violated because the mayor's new order only allows collaboration between ICE and the city on criminal investigations of violent gang members. But Speaker Adrienne Adams says plainly, quote, "We don't trust the Trump administration." New York City Council Speaker Adrienne Adams joins us now. She is also running for mayor against Eric Adams.
Speaker Adams, thank you for joining us today. Expound on that. You don't trust the Trump administration. Tell us why, and do you trust Mayor Adams?
Well, the Trump administration shows us who they are. They've already shown us who they are and what they're doing. They have violated our constitutional rights. They have kidnapped people off of the street. And now we are supposed to believe that they want to come in and have ICE take an office on Rikers Island, which violates the law of 2014 passed by the New York City Council. So I don't trust them. And I dare say if we were to walk around and ask any New Yorker, they would say the same thing, that they are not to be trusted.
Madam Speaker, you have the mayor out defending his actions. Let's take a listen real quick from a radio interview that he did on 1010 Wins. You don't have that? Okay, so basically he said, "I swore in federal court that there was no beholding, and first people criticized that, hey, you have a case hanging over your head. Now no case is hanging over my head. Now they're becoming negative, creative again, and going after him on this ICE issue. The reality of it is there's a reason why ICE has not been on Rikers for 10 years. There's a reason why this lawsuit is being, the potential for a lawsuit is being put in place. Explain to the people of New York and to us the rationale of the council in light of the facts and what the concerns are and the lack of trust.
Well, again, it goes back to Donald Trump's mass deportations and things that we are seeing across the country right now. When it comes to mass deportations, the fact that ICE now has the potential to set up an office on Rikers Island, number one, violates our sanctuary laws. So that is what our context of a potential lawsuit is based on. And again, it's the trust. The mayor's administration and the mayor are taking a look at the Donald Trump administration as being confidants, partners. How can anyone trust this administration that is wreaking chaos and havoc across the whole nation, has a target on New York's back anyway? And the judge in the mayor's case even pointed to the fact that this smacks of a bargain. We have to believe that. Those are the facts, and this is why we cannot let this happen in New York City.
It strikes me, Speaker, that we're always talking about how Congress can hold this president accountable. And I think part of what we're watching in New York City is a microcosm where you actually have a city council that is working to act as a check on the power of the executive, in this case, Mayor Adams. Is there a lesson you can extrapolate out from where you've seen success on the city council that Congress could follow in its stead should Republicans ever want to get their act together?
Well, it takes a lot of courage. And, you know, to be fair, we are the majority in as far as Democratic majority in the New York City Council, and we act upon that. I think we do it very, very well with very much success. We stand on the precepts of what our democracy is and the fact that we have to defend it. So when it comes to the city of New York, when it comes to sanctuary law and the fact that the law has been put in place well before I even got into the city council. The law has to be, we have to obey the law that's already there, and the city council will defend it. We are always going to be the check and the balance against the mayoral administration, just to make sure that everybody is doing the right thing. And in this case, this is certainly not the right thing to do.
Madam Speaker, can we talk about the very prevalent mayoral race that is bubbling up in your city? I guess I'm wondering, there was all this chatter about if you were going to get in the race, if not, you decided to get into the race. What is your pitch to New Yorkers about why you are the best candidate to be the next mayor of New York City?
I've been leading this city as the first Black Speaker of the New York City Council, the first woman majority ever in the history of the city of New York, the most diverse city council in the history of the city of New York. I've already been doing the work as the leader in bringing forth brand new legislation, things that have never been taken a look at, that have been put in the background. We've brought it forward with this women majority in this city council. I don't need a manual. I don't need a transcript. I don't need a handbook. I've been doing the work as the leader. When we had a mayor that did not want to lead, I stepped up and actually took that leadership role, and still doing that and working absolutely for the people, not for my own interests, and certainly not cozying up to the Trump administration.
I want to get a little bit specific. You've proposed a plan, a very interesting plan around guaranteed income for thousands of homeless New Yorkers. The program would help 15,000 homeless children who are 5 years old and younger, 6,000 unaccompanied homeless youth who are ages 18 to 24, and about 500 young adults who exit the foster system every year on their own. It would provide an initial one-time stipend of $2,500, followed by monthly payments of over 3 years that start at $1,000 per month and then fall to $500 per month. In light of a lot of the stress in economies and cities and states, how do you pay for this? How does this play out financially for the city, particularly given some of the threats that you have hanging over your head from the federal government, which, of course, as you know, trickle down from state to big cities like New York?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that question. This is a very bold initiative that actually works. If we want to talk about homelessness and prevention of homelessness, this actually prevents homelessness and child poverty by taking care of pregnant women, of children under the age of 5 years old, young adults aged 18 to 24, and young adults aging out of foster care. It is paid for by the city and paid for by private funding as well. This is a model that works. I've already tried it. I've worked it out. I have 161 mothers already who are now in permanent housing that will never be in shelter. Their children have been taken care of, and it is with a 3-year stipend. It is a model that works, and we're looking forward to doing this to prevent homelessness and child poverty in New York City.
All right. New York City Council Speaker and mayoral candidate Adrienne Adams. Thank you. It was a great conversation. Appreciate it.
Thank you.